Every morning, shortly after waking up, like many Americans, I check my phone. First is messages and missed calls, if any. I respond as needed. Next, any calls I have to make, like doctors, friends, family, etc. Lastly, I check for other notifications, such as Facebook. I love Facebook, and I think it is a great way to stay connected with people. Now I will tell you what I hate about it. I hate seeing inappropriate posts and photos. I hate seeing people cyberbullying others. People are extremely harsh online because they do not have to view the person they are hurting. The internet has a way of bringing out the worst in people. Since the increase in media and internet access, moral standards have steadily decreased in society, causing the normalcy of pornography, sex, and nudity. I will start with the hot topic, pornography. First and foremost, pornography is extremely easy to find on the internet. You can search for a topic that seems innocent and can be led to an inappropriate site, not to mention the ads and viruses that can plague your computer. Besides the availability of pornography, the biggest issue is that it damages the minds of our youth. The topic of pornography has been publicized and talked about so much, many youth believe it is normal to watch. Dallin H. Oaks said, "Pornography also inflicts mortal wounds on our most precious personal relationships. It erodes the moral barriers that stand against inappropriate, abnormal, or illegal behavior. As conscience is desensitized, patrons of pornography are led to act out what they have witnessed, regardless of the effects on their life and the life of others. Pornography leads to contention in families. As parents, we must set secure blocks so that children cannot accidentally find anything that they should not be seeing. There are many other things that we can do to protect our families from the destructive force of a pornography addiction." Dallin H. Oaks said, "Let us all improve our personal behavior and redouble our efforts to protect our loved ones and our environment from the onslaught of pornography that threatens our spirituality, our marriages, and our children. We must do all we can as parents to prevent pornography from invading the minds of our children." Now, why not go from hot to hotter? Sex. I, like many LDS single adults, do not want to have sex before I'm married. Once I was chastised for my beliefs from a guy who seemed to think it was appropriate to tell me I could not wait for marriage because I already have a child. I have made many mistakes in my past, but my child is not one of them, and his life does not dictate anything I do with my body. Social media idolizes sex. Young men and women are taught that premarital sex is normal, even required, to know your partner completely before marriage. Mark E. Peterson teaches us, "It is the lie of a clergyman teaching premarital sex as a type of trial marriage that persuades a girl to lose her virtue. When all of society is portraying something as good, why not try it for yourself? All your friends have done it, shouldn't you?" The answer is no. It is hard to remain chaste, but I know the rewards outweigh the difficulty. As parents, we need to make sure our children know right from wrong. Our children need to know the sins of the world are not their sins to bear. The biggest issue will be the peer pressure, but as parents, we have to teach our children how not to be forced into doing something they know is wrong or something that makes them uncomfortable. One of the best steps we can take is to slip into the role of listener and let our children tell us their worries and the things they feel. By knowing their thoughts and opinions, we can understand them and grow together towards a solution. While we're still on the burner, the hottest topic is nudity. As a young woman, this issue is scalding for me. Social media has caused the body shaming of young girls. A recent survey by Yahoo found that 94% of teenage girls have experienced body shaming. Magazines openly Photoshop celebrities and models to depict a perfect shape. When I was younger, I remember seeing these pictures and I knew I was fat because all these women were beautiful and have perfect tummies and cute bikinis. Young girls I went to school with self-mutilated because of the pressure to be perfect. We were taught by these depictions of society that if we looked any different, then we were flawed. These flaws lead to no self-confidence and can lead to depression in anyone of any age. I also hear a lot about breastfeeding and how many think it is disgusting to do in public. The hypocrisy of it is that many see tight clothing and cleavage as okay, but when a woman is using her breasts as God intended, it is deemed inappropriate and wrong. Let me set the record straight. Breastfeeding is natural. A woman should not feel ashamed or nasty because she is feeding her child, no matter where she is. If a woman does not want to cover herself that is her decision. I teach my son that it is a natural thing and he thinks nothing of it. He does not stare, but he may ask questions. I always answer to the best of my ability in ways he can understand. As parents, we need our children to understand modesty in its entirety. Our children must learn to be comfortable in their body and being who they were meant to be. Social media is a great way to stay in contact with those we do not get to see every day, like our out-of-town friends and family. Increases in technology will make it almost impossible to raise children without the opinions and nature of society weighing on their innocent minds. Our children may be exposed to things we do not want them to see, but we must be able to face the issues. We cannot put our children in a bubble, but we can teach them. Children are the future, and as such, they must be taught the commandments and their place in God's plan. They must restrict access to negative social media. We must monitor our children what our children watch on TV and what they see in movies. Elder H. Burke Peterson taught, I plead with you to leave it alone. Stay away from any movie, video, publication, or music, regardless of its rating, where illicit behavior and expressions are part of the action. He says if we need help, we must pray, read the scriptures, and seek counsel. As parents, we must provide the Spirit in our homes for our children at all times. It is important that our children can feel God around them and know that He cares. We cannot block out society, but we can teach our children to follow the right path no matter how hard it may seem in the moment. By being the teachers our Heavenly Father wants, our children will grow feeling our love as well as the love of their Heavenly Father.